God, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I hope y'all enjoyed that right there. We got the one and only Bishop Joseph Walker, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee. Bishop Walker, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky, and good morning to everybody. Let go and let God. You have a question. Do you trust God? Like, do you really trust Him? When you really trust God, it means you can trust God when you can't trace God. It means that even if something defies human comprehension, you still believe that God knows what He's doing. I tell people all the time that God knows our beginning from our end, and God is at work, even when you don't think He's at work. Sometimes He's just waiting on you to release it and trust Him through the process and not interfere with what God is trying to do. Sometimes people would say it this way: while you're trying to figure it out, God has already worked it out. I took my daughter, Ricky, to the movies the other day, and she's a little impatient, right? And the movie started at 6 o'clock. And, man, we got there right on time. But then she didn't know what I knew, that we had to sit through 30 minutes of previews. And, man, she got upset. How many more previews, Dad? I said, baby, these are necessary. But why, Dad? I said, because they're trying to get you excited about what is to come. I said, so they run the preview so you can start preparing for what's to come. She sat there puffing. And then she said, Dad, I think I want to watch that. I said, see how it's working? But I said, you know what, babe? I said, check this out. I said, even though we're watching the preview, the Motion Picture Academy has already watched the movie, and they've already written a review. And maybe somebody needs to hear this right now, because while you're dealing with the preview right now, God's Word has already given you the review. And maybe the doctor told you that there's a spot on your liver. But you know what? The review is, He was wounded for your transgressions and bruised for your iniquities. And by His stripes, we're already healed. Maybe you having trouble at your job and they get ready to lay you off. That's the preview. But you know what the review says? My God shall supply all of my needs according to His riches and glory. So if you just let go and let God, He's already written the script how this thing is going to turn out. Do you trust Him? I promise you, He's already got it worked out.
Oh, that's a good word right there, Bishop Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, the presiding bishop of Full Gospel, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee. Bishop Walker, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, I want everybody right now, I want you to follow me on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3. That's Joseph Walker, the number 3. And let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
There it is. Love you, Bishop Walker.
Love you too.
Yes, sir. Here's Donald Lawrence right here. Fort Lauderdale. Here you go. I think this is the one you was talking about, sir. He told me to play this right here. Here we go. Read them.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Comedian Rita Brent sitting in for Morial this morning. Rita, good morning. Happy to have you.
Good morning, Ricky. Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad you had a good time at church. Ain't nothing old school church.
Oh, yeah. Altos, tenors, and soprano. We had a real choir yesterday.
Ooh. Well, I am here with your headlines from news1.com. A federal appeals court has upheld a U.S. law requiring TikTok's Chinese parent company to sell the wildly popular app by January 19th or face a ban. TikTok and its supporters argue that the law violated their First Amendment free speech protections, but the 3-judge panel did not agree, holding that the government acted solely to protect Americans from a foreign adversary nation. The fight could now head to the U.S. Supreme Court. Yeah. And the other news, and very sad news, the president of Tyler Perry Studios was killed Friday night in Florida when a small plane he was piloting crashed. Steve Mensch was 62. Tyler Perry Studios released a statement saying, "We are incredibly saddened by the passing of our dear friend Steve Mensch. Steve was a cherished member of our team for more than 8 years and well beloved in the community of Atlanta. It is hard to imagine not seeing him smiling through the halls. We will miss him dearly. Our heart goes out to his family as we all send them our prayers." Ooh, that is tough. And lastly, a Tennessee man was caught on a security camera stealing a home's Christmas decorations. The thief was seen on video unplugging Christmas tree lights and walking off with 5-foot decorations. The victim said he chased the thief down the street but wasn't able to catch up to him, and the thief has not been arrested at this time. Kind of sounds like a scene from Friday After Next week.
See, there you go. Don't start.
I'm Rita Brent. That's what's going on in the news. Good morning, Rock T.
What up there, Rita?
Man, first of all, congratulations to San Antonio Spurs point guard Chris Paul. The third passes Jason Kidd for number 2 on the NBA's all-time assist list.
I can't say nothing but thank you, man. Seriously, I swear, man, I'm so grateful. You know what I mean? To be away from my family, y'all became my family. I know I'm a lot to deal with on the court, man, but I just love the hoop, and I hope that y'all get this opportunity to play as long as I have.
There it is, man. Congrats to CP3. College football playoffs are set, and I'm glad they at least got one of them right. You know what I'm saying? First round buys: Oregon, Arizona State, Boise State, and Georgia. All right, then you got Clemson versus Texas, Tennessee versus Ohio State, Indiana will play Notre Dame, and Penn State will play SMU. The final spot was between, of course, Alabama or SMU. SMU's almost comeback victory versus Clemson in the ACC championship over the weekend probably helped punch that spot. Because for a while, if that would have been a blowout, they probably would have gave Alabama that final spot. So it is what it is, man. It's going to get exciting from here. We'll keep you guys posted. That's my quick sports report right there. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show time for the hot spot. We got the one and only filling in for Morial, comedian extraordinaire, Jackson State University's own member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Rita, Brent in the building.
What's up? And I got to shout out Jackson State, Ricky. You know, we the SWAC champs, and we going to the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
All right. Yeah, we did that. All right, I'm sitting in for the Brat, and here's what's happening in the hotspot. The animated film Moana 2 remained at the top of the box office in its second weekend in theaters as it brought in another record haul. The film added $52 million, bringing its domestic total to $300 million. Second place at the box office went to Wicked, which added $34.9 million, bringing its domestic total to $320.5 million in 3 weeks. And Gladiator 2 followed in third place with $12.5 million. In other news, now I saw this one before I went to bed and was just in shock. Jay-Z has been sued and accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl with Diddy at a VMA party in New York 2 decades ago. The alleged victim, who identifies as Jane Doe, has filed a civil lawsuit filed in the Southern District of New York. The suit was originally filed in October against Combs, but has now been refiled to include Jay-Z. In the initial court papers, the alleged teen victim had claimed she was attacked by Diddy and 2 other unnamed celebrities at the drug-fueled house party in September 2000. Jay-Z's reps have responded to the lawsuit with a statement from Jay-Z, who said he was determined to expose the accuser for the fraud they are. He continued, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit." The timing of the allegations is about 8 years before Jay-Z's marriage to Beyonce. Okay, any thoughts on that? Ugh.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew Jay-Z was going to come up eventually in all this mess with Diddy. Because, first of all, you know, they were friends, for one thing. And number two, people feel, you know how people are in this world, they feel like, oh, now you're getting a little bit too up there, Mr. Jay-Z. It's time for us to knock you down a peg. And this is what they're trying to do, being if it was real, true, or false, and whatever. And I knew something was going to happen with Jay-Z. When he made that remark about Beyonce at that award show, they was going to start looking at him. I knew it.
What did he say about Beyonce?
When he said, when Beyonce did not get the album of the year, he made like she was the person who's supposed to have it. Oh. You don't say that to people, because people get mad, honey, especially your European cousins and Africans in America. So I knew it was going to happen with him. And now, that's just, if it didn't happen, you're going to start looking at Jay-Z, and now stuff going to start happening. Watch.
Okay. Well, we'll keep y'all updated on that. That's all I have for the hot spot. Coming up next, we got Man Law Monday with Special K. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time, y'all. You better believe it, doggone it, Monday morning for Rock T's show of the day. That's why we had that big intro, because that's how you start the Mondays off here, Rita.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get this man on stage, man. This how your comedy career started. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What do you get when you cross an automobile with a dog?
What do you get?
A carpet. A carpet?
When you cross an automobile with a dog?
A carpet.
A carpet.
A carpet.
Get it? Carpet.
Come on, carpet. Carpet.
A carpet.
Carpet.
Right.
That's funny. I like that, Rock.
This man is going to be in
like
Zanies
that
all weekend.
Rickey Smiley just signed him to his new stand-up comedy label. Y'all can see him this weekend.
I don't know about that
In
one.
front of the gas station in Birmingham.
And where?
In front of a gas station in Birmingham.
Pump 5.
That's crazy.
In between pump 5 and 6.
Gary, what you think, Gary?
I'm listening to that mess, honey. It's getting worse and worse as the year ends. Jeez.
Yeah. At least end the year with something, man. God,
I liked it. Rita, did you like it?
I like that one. I chuckled. I might use that one.
There you go.
I chuckled.
2 out of 3 comedians agree, Rock. That was fun.
Come on, dog.
Yeah. All right, then. Special K, what you got coming up next?
Well, I'm a man, and it's Monday. So you know what that means. It's Man Law Monday. That's coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, Bob Barker. Hey, Special K, it is about that time for Special K man law violations. What up, K?
Yeah, what up, Rick? Yeah, man, I had a great weekend. I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, at the Improv. They told me to tell you hi, man. They remembered when you were there last year, and people were still talking about it, brother. The club was like, hey, man, tell Ricky we said what's up. I said,
okay, I thought you was going to say something smart.
No.
I was ready.
We was up there last year this time, and they
absolutely.
They really left an impression, man. A lot of the same people came out.
Cannot wait.
And, yeah, man. So, yeah. Man Law Monday. Super Dave, if you would, give me some appropriate music. I need all young men age 16 and above to listen. Listen closely so that you do not violate these laws. If you go to your woman's job to confront another dude that's been trying to holler at her, you cannot let that dude beat you up.
You cannot.
You bold enough to go up there and confront him.
Be
Can't
ready.
lose the fight. Because if that happens, then guess what? He gets your girl.
Yeah.
Now,
That's right.
if you fighting, speaking of fighting, if you fighting another man and hit him hard enough that he start crying, you got to walk away. You can't keep fighting him.
Yes, you can.
No, man. Once he start crying,
talking all that trash.
bro. But no. If you punch him in his eye real hard and he start crying, like for real, come on, man. You got to stop. You got to walk away. It's over with.
All right.
Have some dignity, man. If you married and a side chick gets pregnant, you got to fake your own death and move to the Dominican Republic. There's no other way out of that, sir. No way out of that. Especially if you've been married longer than 10 or 15 years.
Right.
Fake your own death. Go to whatever extreme you need to go to. Get your ass down to the DR because it's over. Okay? Ain't no working around that. Ain't no amount of counseling going to fix that. All right? Let me reemphasize that. If you are married and you get a side chick pregnant and she is with it and she is ready to just, look, fake your death.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm telling you. If your barber is lining up your facial hair and is leaning in on your face and y'all lock eyes for over 4 seconds, one of y'all is crushing at that point.
Close your eyes, bro.
One of y'all is crushing.
And hold your breath.
Yep.
Hey, Rita, see, because when the barber, sometimes when he line, like if you got a real nice little goatee or something, they'll lean in and they want to line it up. They want it to look really good, but he has to kind of look right at it, so you got to look away. You got to look up or to the side or slightly close your eyes a little bit. Don't close them too much because he might kiss you in the mouth. This might be a new barber. You might not really know this dude.
Yeah.
My God.
And he lean and you look up and he right there at your face.
Especially when he be breathing heavy on you.
And if your barber ever kiss you in the mouth, you got to unalive him at that moment. That's the only way.
You got it.
Too far.
I don't want to say the M word, but you got to unalive him. If he kiss you in your mouth, you can never let that man walk free.
You'll be traumatized forever.
Huh?
What if you smell your barber hand and you like the way it smells? Is that a man?
Oh, that.
Shorty got them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Shorty got love. Got them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turn around and gave that big booty a slap. Hey, hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shorty got love.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody is raving, honey, Miss Nicole Murphy. They're saying, baby, this girl is acting like a woman, but she's thinking like a man. And I'm kudoing out to Miss Nicole Murphy. Now, it's been reported, y'all, that she has been dating, y'all, top-notch celebrity men for decades. Ever since, y'all, she split up with Mr. Eddie Murphy back in 2006, honey. They say now she's dating a celebrity father and son, or dated one, honey. It's been reported, y'all, that Nicole is dating Mr. Marcus Jordan, the 33-year-old son of legendary basketball player Michael Jordan. Now, Nicole and Marcus, they were spotted on a date in Los Angeles the other day. Now, the couple were looking very much like a couple, and they're saying with the 56-year-old
Nicole Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, he love them Cougars, don't he?
Yes, he loves them, honey. And Nicole is beautiful, but Ricky, they got pictures out as well. His dad allegedly dated her too. Michael Jordan allegedly dated Miss Nicole. They got pictures with him and her out in a club in Mexico and stuff.
That's weird.
But they were caught hugging and kissing, and the tapes are out. She loved him, and he loves her, Ricky, because he dated Larsa Pippen for almost 3 years, and they split. So Nicole is available. She's single. She's a beautiful woman, honey, and she's out there. And they say she dates young and old, rich and poor, and even old and young. So congratulations. They say she dated Nick Cannon, allegedly, Carmelo Anthony, and then they're saying she dated a lot of other different, celebrity men. She dated Michael Strahan when he did a dirty, put that doggone tracking device under her Range Rover to find out where she was going. And they said
he never would have knew.
Well, he didn't need to know.
Going over there to Turk and Caicos.
Get it in, boy.
Yeah, well, Michael was running.
He got stumbled. He said,
he was running with
a horse.
And those European women. So she did what she had to do. And they say she was also linked to married actor Denzel Washington. So, I think it's a good thing. Rita, what you think about that? Would you ever date a mama-daughter, if she allegedly date daddy and son?
That's nasty. You share the basketball.
Nasty.
You don't share women.
You said what?
Cool. Share basketball, not women. What do you make a mistake and call him Michael?
Well, I meant Marcus. That's all she had to say, because Michael and Marcus. So, but I think Nicole got the right to do what she want to do, honey. These men acting crazy, honey.
He's going to become famous and come out with some Marcus Jordan shoes.
Okay.
Marcus is a G.
Yes, honey. So Nicole is doing it. So, kudos out to her. She needs love, too, but she do need to leave those women's husbands on that. She's dating a married man. Now she need to leave them.
Find her a good white man.
Yeah, but she's half white. Usually women like her that's half white, they don't want no white man.
She need to find her a good single white man.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. But, yeah, right. Another basketball player, huh?
Wait a minute.
All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all, baby. Oh, my God. It's being reported out that Offset, baby, honey, he done kicked it up a notch, honey. He done upgraded. Now, it's being rumored that Offset is dating supermodel Onak Ya. Now, they're saying Cardi B, honey. Google, baby. This girl is flawless. Onak Ya. A-N-O-K. Google it while I'm talking. A-N-O-K. And her last name is Ya. Y-A-I. And she is flawless, baby. They say, honey, Cardi B used to be friends or what have you and stuff. But now, honey, it's been reported that Offset is dating Onak. And they're saying, that they were spotted out hanging out, honey. And people like, this is the new thing now. You date up within the circle. And I'm like, she's beautiful, honey. She's a supermodel, honey. She looks amazing. They had a popular Los Angeles nightclub, and they say when Offset realized the paparazzi was watching her, baby, he let her drive off by herself so it wouldn't be a big issue.
Well, is him and Cardi B, are they divorced now?
If not divorced, they're close to it. Yep, they are close to it, honey.
Oh, well, yeah. Cool. He can do what he want to do then.
Yeah, but I think, this Hollywood stuff is different. They all date within. If your girl start acting up, then you take a friend. That's not a good look, though. I mean, I don't know.
Hollywood is real small. Everybody know everybody.
They sure do. And they just play with each other's partners and stuff like that. So, but, Onak, she's single, and if Offset's single and Cardi B is single, and allegedly she said she didn't want him no more. So, let her have him, I guess, and that's what she's definitely doing. So kudos out to Miss Anaki. And
Anaki.
Yeah. And in my quick for free story, y'all, Will Smith, he's opening up about the adversities, y'all, of the last few years that he's been deeply humbled, honey. So he said, he went through a lot. His beautiful wife, Miss Jada Pinkett Smith, honey, she helped him out a lot and what have you and stuff, And, it was definitely adversity. He said, you're going to make mistakes, Ricky. He said, I've made tons of my own mistakes. He said, we all make some mistakes, honey. They said that the father of two seemed relaxed and comfortable as he continued. He said, fame is a unique monster. Y'all hear this? He said, I had to be really careful. He said, you can't get excited when somebody is saying good things about you, because the more you take when people are saying good things about you, the more hurt that you're going to be when people are saying bad things about you. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's sad, my Lord. Well, kudos out to Will. So we're glad he's speaking out and he's humbling himself. And I did a story the other day about he and Aunt Viv getting back together. So that's good.
I hope they do.
I hope they do too, because she's a great woman. She's a great actor. She was a Juilliard graduate. And Will, fired her because his ego. He said it. So kudos out to him. So
ain't nothing like reconciliation.
Nothing like it. Reunited too.
Yeah.
And it feels so good. All right. The cologne today, is one of my favorite colognes. My cologne today, y'all, is Ceylon Yellow. On the high end, you say Ceylon Yellow, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Gold. That's your cologne for today.
That's beautiful. Y'all give it up for Gary with the tea this morning, if you would. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got the wake-up call. Get at me, 8669 Ricky. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, go and be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is Sarah Watkins calling from Athens, Georgia. Want to wake up my sister and brother, Al, Benny, Debbie, Gloria, and my dog, G. Wake up, wake up.
Rock calling from Augusta, Georgia. I want to wake up my grandpa and my grandma and my mom and dad and my brother and sister. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, good morning. I want to wish Irmo High School a happy good morning. Happy Monday morning from the Edmonds crew. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Neville Patterson, calling from Franklin, Louisiana. I'd like to wake up my grandbaby, Sage Woolrich, tell her to wake up, wake up, wake up with the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, just like our grandfather.
Yeah, what's yours? Cause we gon' let him know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate the wake-up calls, y'all. Thank you for your shout-outs this morning. What you got coming up, Gary?
Coming up, I'm going to be expanding your vocabulary again with y'all with this week's Word of the Week. Next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T. B-I-C-T-H.
John. J-O-B. It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. We always get into that little space right there, that little tight space. We need our vocabularies expanded. Does anybody agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll agree.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And here to help us with the word and the definition, Gary, we're so happy to have you showcase one of his new favorite words. And Gary, you're going to give us the definition of how to use it in a sentence. And what will you be expanding our vocabulary with this week?
Well, this week, Ricky, I'm going to be expanding our vocabulary with this beautiful word that, it's a noun. So that means a person, place, or a thing. So this week's word is surreptitiousness.
Oh, no.
It's a noun.
When do you get these words? Do you get them at night or you get them when you get to work?
Who, me? I get them in the morning.
Well, why don't you check your email today? He sent it to you every Sunday afternoon. You have all day yesterday. What was you doing yesterday that you couldn't practice on the word?
Well,
break it down.
I had church yesterday, and
you could have did that when you got out of church. Church got out at 1:00. And Pastor Warnock don't preach that long anyway. You could have went back to the pastor study and went over it with him.
Well,
you're alpha.
Yeah, and it was their Founders Day, but church do let out at 11:30. So, and after I get home from church, then I go home and watch House Hunters.
Okay, why do you check your email and do what's the word, Gary?
I'm not fit to sit here and look on no damn words.
Okay, try it.
What is it?
Syllabically now.
Surreptitiousness.
Keep wanting to throw that extra in there.
Say each syllable by itself.
Sir.
Okay.
Reptitiousness.
Oh no.
Just said, damn it, say each syllable together.
Too many T.
T-I-O-U-S is
T's.
shus. It's tishus.
Oh. Surreptitiousness.
That second T ain't in there.
No
dog.
TT.
Yeah,
It's damn it. S-U-R-R-E-P.
Sir.
T-I-T.
No, it ain't no second T.
God, shut up, Ron T.
T.I. ain't got nothing to do with this,
Well, you
Gary.
got damn T.I. in here.
But
Okay,
T.I. ain't got nothing to do with this.
It's T.I. It's not T.I.T. T.I.T. is something else.
Yeah.
And T.I.P. is a rapper. But he uses words like this.
I
bet T.I. know this word.
Let me just say the word, please.
I bet T.I. knows T.I.
Tush. T-I-O-U. What is that, Rita?
Look under what we have pronounced.
Surreptitious.
You're looking under your name. Look under where it's pronounced, sir.
Pronounced.
Rep.
Surreptitiousness.
No reptiles.
No reptiles in this, Gary.
Surreptitious.
It's Sir. S-I-R.
Yeah.
It's S-U-R.
Sir. R-E-P.
Yep.
T-I-T-I. Shus. S-H-U-S.
Yes.
Okay,
N-E-S-S.
put it together.
Surreptitiousness.
Sound like a dinosaur.
There's no reptiles and T.I. is not in this.
Oh, man.
Well, why in the hell is T.I. in the
Surreptitoris Rex.
What is it, Rock?
He just dumb.
You shut your son of a...
Let me just call T.I.
Black Tony, what happened? Why you come to church?
Hey, Rick, hello, this Darius, Rick.
Hey, what Black Tony? Darius, what's up?
What's up, man? No, Black Tony done played. He done did too much, and so I was coming in for him. He was fraudulent. He got locked up for selling false advertising. He was selling big screen TVs with just a little screen picture in them.
He was selling what?
Big screen TVs with the little screen picture.
What is that?
It didn't fill up the whole screen.
It's like a 55-inch TV with a 24-inch picture.
Yes, he was selling big screen TVs, and the picture was up in that left corner.
It ain't even in the middle.
No, it was off to the left.
So you think the picture was downloading or something? Was a circle going around it or something?
Not at all. If that picture was up, you had to look over to your shoulder and look at the TV up to themselves.
Well, Darius, you couldn't go into the settings of the TV and adjust the picture?
Yes, you can adjust it. You can adjust it down to the right, but just same
It's like playing Atari Pong.
Yeah, exactly. You can move it around according to your peripheral.
And how many? What was the size of the TV?
I think you got 36-inch TVs and like an iPhone screen.
So you gotta stand there, and so by the time you get it installed on the wall, it's oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I told him, you doing too much. He talking about he ain't never said what the picture was going to be. He sold the TV, and he's sitting up arguing with the judge, and that was Friday. You can't argue with no judge on those Friday because you going to be in there all weekend. I told him.
Yeah, you ain't going to see a magistrate until Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't going to be out till Tuesday afternoon.
Right.
Right. He told me to come in Monday for him, and I came up there and everything, and I realized I got anxiety because, man, I saw all them people come into work, and I was like, this too much.
So you went back home. You came up here and went back home.
I saw everybody. I saw John. I saw Special K. I saw even you running up there. I was there looking at them go, why would this too much? They need to move it around. And I think that's why people are unproductive. It's Monday. Everybody got a problem with Monday. They need to scoot work back some.
How you scoot work back, Special K?
Just
take the day. You good. Just don't worry about it.
No,
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, we'll see. You coming in tomorrow or Black Tony coming?
Yeah, no, I'm going to come in tomorrow, but I just need somebody to be out there to hold my damn hand.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
Gary, coming up next, I'm going to tell y'all which Olympian who said.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has a tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Olympian Sha'Carri Richardson, y'all. Everybody's raving Sha'Carri and talking about it. It's been reported out that she's no longer living an alternative lifestyle, as said, at least for now. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Sha'Carri has been dating fellow track star Mr. Christian Coleman. Now, they're saying rumors of the track star's relationship first started back in the spring, y'all, when Sha'Carri and Christian, honey, were spotted in Jamaica looking coupled up at a track meet, which Sha'Carri, y'all, was not participating in. Now, they said, and for now, it appears, y'all, that the two may be ready to make their relationship Instagram official. And you know, when you make those relationships Instagram official, they said that means it is definitely official, and everybody know that y'all are definitely a couple. But they're saying before dating Christian, Sha'Carri labeled herself as alternative and was exclusively involved in the same-sex relationship with women. But they're saying something about Christian, y'all, caused Sha'Carri, honey, to broaden her horizons. And everybody's raving her and saying that this is a good thing. So I guess, you know, it's good for Sha'Carri, honey.
So Gary, that works like that?
Yeah,
like, maybe it's different with women that you can be gay and then not be gay. You can change like that.
Rita, can you answer that question?
I thought once you flew two planes, you always gonna be a pilot.
KK.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Rita, would you like to answer that question?
I think there's more flexibility with women to go back to a man as opposed to a man going back to a woman. I think women,
Lord.
But that baby gonna be fast as hell though.
Yeah,
That baby gonna be fast as the mug.
Both of them track stars and stuff.
What did you say, Special K?
Fly two planes, you always gonna be a pilot, bro.
What does that mean? Fly two planes?
Bake two cakes, you always gonna be a baker.
Okay.
No, but congrats to Sha'Carri, man. I mean, she got every right to make whatever decision she wants.
Yeah, she does. And honey, and if Christian likes her, we love her. So congratulations to them. So, honey. Moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Jay-Z, y'all, is back in news. Beyonce's wonderful husband. Now, it's been reported, y'all, that Jay-Z, the superstar rapper and entrepreneur whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused, y'all, in a civil lawsuit on yesterday, y'all, of sexual assaulting a beautiful 13-year-old girl back in 2000, allegedly along with Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. Now, they're saying the anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said that the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Music Awards after party. Now, the lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant, and it was refiled yesterday to include the wonderful Jay-Z. Now, the lawyer filing the lawsuit, Mr. Tony Busby, was sued last week by Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z claimed that Tony is extorting him in a fictitious lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit claimed, y'all, that back in 2000, when Ms. Doe was only 13 years old and Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter, y'all, honey, allegedly assaulted her at a house party following the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, the lawsuit said that a friend dropped her off, Miss Doe off, at the VMAs at the Radio City Music Hall. Now, she didn't have a ticket, y'all, and approached various limousine drivers to attempt to gain access to the show or an after party. And one of the drivers, the lawsuit said, told her that he worked for Combs and she fit what Diddy was looking for. So he invited her to a party following the show and told her to return to his car later in the evening after he transported Carter and Combs. Now, later, the driver picked her up, and that's what the suit said, and after 20 minutes arrived at a white mansion with a U-shaped driveway. And she had to sign a document, y'all, that she believed was a non-disclosure agreement on arrival and didn't receive a copy to enter the party, the suit said, which was filled with celebrities and people doing marijuana and cocaine. Now, this is what I think, honey, too, was got Jay-Z in this here position while they're looking at him now because of what he said at the award show. And here's what Jay-Z said, then we'll come back to that.
Obviously, it's subjective because, it's music and it's opinion-based. But, some things, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year.
That's when he was talking about his beautiful wife, Beyonce. And, in situations like that, you can't do that, honey, to the masses because, honey, people get angry. Huh?
So you think they got angry and just tried
they
to
got
go at him
angry with
because
him.
he shook up the system?
He shook up the system, and they said, and people of the European descent and even some African Americans like, oh, you going to talk like that? Like she all this and that and other? Well, we going to fix you up, honey. We going to start digging. Because you didn't got a little bit above your bridge, they said you didn't thought you arrived. And that's what people do. And, honey, when he said that about Beyonce, and people don't like stuff like that, it's sad, but that's the way the world is. And that's when I feel the digging was going to start. And look at it right now today. They starting to put him in all this mess with Diddy. And then you never know. Diddy, was, he in jail. He might not want to be there by himself. Sometimes you want to bring your friends along. And, if they're not bringing you enough money on your commissary or whatever and helping you out and stuff. So I'm going to show you, since you ain't going to call me and you ain't going to put no money on my commissary, well, this is what's about to happen. And I just feel it, and I feel bad because, like they said, Blue Ivy is of reading age now. She could read and she could watch the news, and they could hear this stuff about her dad. And it's just not a good look, I just feel bad. So hopefully and prayerfully, all this gets resolved and stuff. And maybe the 13-year-old woman, how old would she be about right now? About 20 or something like that? She, will come up and stuff. So we're just going to keep... We're going to keep the Carters lifted up and the Combs lifted up in our prayers. And hopefully, whatever this situation turn out to be, the truth will surface.
That's why we don't have the parties after comedy shows.
Yep, y'all sure don't.
Straight to the airport.
Straight to Red Roof Inn.
7-Eleven.
Yep.
Get a bag of chips, some snacks, some ice cream, and ready to go. 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m.
Back on the church van.
Come on now. or drive, or get in the car like we carpool. We be driving all the way back. We don't be studying it.
The color today, y'all, is Ceylon Yellow. On the high end, you say Ceylon Yellow, and on the low, you say Beautiful Gold. That's your color for today.
All right, then. That's some beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T, if you would.
Yes.
And what was that again now?
Yeah.
Ceylon. That's C-E-Y-L-O-N. Ceylon.
That was a good one, Gary.
Yeah, whatever.
Where did you come up with that?
Well, Ricky's a long story. I went to the pawn shop.
We ain't got time.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
So listen, December is seasonal affective disorder, which is sad. Seasonal affective disorder awareness month, which sheds light on depression that's linked in with seasonal changes that could cause mood swings. So this morning we have licensed therapist Spirit here to help, those that may be experiencing this during this holiday season. And it is rough during the holiday season. Spirit, good morning, and happy to have you this morning. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for everything that you've done for me and my family. And Spirit, we just want to know. Spirit, good morning.
Good morning, my love.
And I just want to say real quick before we get started, Spirit will come to your house if you want to set up a therapy session for the entire family like she did us. I will never forget that, April. we turned the whole living room and invited everybody that was affected by Brandon's death, and we all sat in there like we was in church, and you gave us a whole class. We had food set up, and we set up the whole day of crying, expressing our feelings in tissue, and more tears and more cries, and you really helped us start the healing process, and thank you for doing that for our family. So this morning, tell us about, what SAD is and why is the holiday season so bad for a lot of people.
Absolutely, Ricky. And they don't just call it SAD for a reason. I want people to understand that SAD, as you mentioned, stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. And the simplest way that I can explain seasonal affective disorder to everyone that is listening is it is simply your body getting sick from everything that it's trying to deal with in the winter and the fall. More so in the winter, but a lot of people don't recognize we actually in the fall too, Ricky.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, Rita. You had something?
Okay.
I got a quick
question. I
question.
just remember living in New York, and they talked about seasonal depression, and you don't realize that things like the weather can make you feel blue. And one day I was just standing in the corner crying, and I didn't realize it was because there were no trees, and there was no access to sunlight. So even things like cold weather can affect people. In my opinion, it affected me. Do you think that's true?
You hit the nail on the head, and a lot of that has to do with what they call the light-dark cycles. So in the winter and the fall, what happens is the light cycles change. The leaves start falling to the ground. Everything is dying metaphorically, but also literally. We have this time of year that's called the season of mortality that people don't recognize. And more people die in the winter time than in other times of year just due to infections, illnesses, you name it. And so what we have is all of these changes that are happening that literally make the body become a little bit more blue, a little more melancholy, a little more depressed. And I want you to recognize that there's a difference between being depressed naturally, because our moods do change. Our moods are not always high and elevated and excited and just woohoo up here real high. Being depressed is a natural state of being because things are temporary. But there's a difference between I'm a little depressed for today or tomorrow, and that depression moves into a clinical form of depression, which says I've been sad and can't get my way out of this space for more than 2 weeks. And when we get to that kind of place, that is our body not being able to recover from the sadness like it needs to. And that's when we need to get treatment, because that doesn't go away on its own.
Oh, Spirit, you need to put that on tape. I mean, it's amazing you said this. We were just talking about this morning in the studio. I was telling my coworker, I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm just feeling so melancholy, and I take my damn lithium, and I thought I was doing everything right, and I just go through crying spells, honey, and just it is just crazy. But I guess the weather has something to do with it as well, because it's just not a good look. I'll be glad when Christmas come and go. And I mean, I like the holidays, or I thought I did, but I just be wanting to come and go. And it's just amazing you said it.
And to your point, though, Gary, you're absolutely right. And you got to remember that the holidays is not always a great time for most people, because the holidays is also when everything slows down. We start talking about focus on family and friends. You are sitting there, and oftentimes our family and our friends, those are the most toxic and traumatic relationships that we've had or that we still have. We're thinking about the people that we've lost who are not here for us. So for a lot of people, this time of year is anything but happy and joyous. Then you mix in the long, dark cycles, especially in places and spaces. Now, think about places like Alaska, where it's 8 to 9 months of darkness. Think about when you feel like it's getting dark at 3:30 in the afternoon, and you're waking up, and it's still pitch black outside, and you got to figure out how to get it moving and be happy and be joyous and find energy in your body. Those things are naturally, they don't go together. And while some people can adjust, not all of us can. And so So I want you to recognize that if you are dealing with something like that, it's an illness just like a cough, just like the flu, just like pneumonia or anything else that requires treatment. So don't be afraid. If you recognize, man, I'm just sad, I can't get out of this rut, I'm oversleeping constantly, I have no energy, I'm feeling more anxious than normal, I can't concentrate, I'm eating more than normal, I don't want to do anything, my body just feels off. Recognize, honey, that there is nothing wrong with saying, oh, I'm a little sick, I need a little treatment. And that is what will get you back to where you need to be, your healthiest self. Don't just wait for this season to be over. Make sure you get care this season so you'll be well when the springtime comes.
Spirit, we need you to come on every single week during the winter.
Yes. I mean,
every single because part of the thing is, Spirit, we're not recognizing what's going on and having this information, and we recognize what's going on. People could easily snap out of it when you know what's going on. But when you don't know what's going on and you got all this stuff going on, that's different.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Ricky, so when we talk about being able to snap out of it, the things that will help you, because that's what people will tell you, just snap out of it, just get moving and you'll feel better. It doesn't work quite like that, but the snap out comes in 4 ways: light therapy, talk therapy, medication, and the right vitamin regimen during this time of year. People don't recognize those vitamin D levels matter. Those vitamin C levels so you don't get sick matters. Exposure to the sun, and if you can't get exposure to the sun, making sure you get light therapy with your light boxes matters. Talk therapy absolutely matters to process what it is that you're experiencing. And these are treatments that can help you recover. These are treatments that can get you through. And if you know that you suffer from seasonal affective disorder, start this regimen early every year becomes important. Me and my clients that have seasonal affective disorder, we get busy in September. So by the time they get to October and November, those symptoms are not bothering them the same way.
Yeah, my cousin just texted me on Messenger. I had, before you came on, I said, why are you sad on the weekends? And she said, because, her husband just died, and said, because he used to be up moving around and would fix my coffee and bring it to me. And I've been trying to stay busy, but I really think about him at night and weekends. I don't have anybody to talk to anymore at night. That really just made me real sad to think that somebody, she just buried her husband 2 weeks ago.
Come on. And I got so many folks that have lost folks. I really want you to understand that all seasonal affective disorder is depression that's layered in with the season. It is a form of depression that becomes more intense in the winter and the fall. So if depression is something you deal with, if anxiety is something you deal with, if you don't even know that you deal with these things, but you know you got relationship problems, you got grief issues, you just lost people, you've lost work, you're worried about what's happening as you go into next year, you can't get your mind right, everything is driving you crazy, understand that you are at more risk for developing a disorder like this as we go into these winter months.
Spirit, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Come on, because we're doing all kind of stuff all season long to make sure your mind is right. You can find me at Talk 2 Spirit everywhere. That's Talk, the number 2 Spirit, on all of my social media. And if you need referrals, groups, wellness, counseling, you name it, we got you. 888-718-2T2S. That's 888-718-2T2S.
There it is. Love you, Spirit. Y'all give it up for Spirit. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, happy Monday to you. Happy to have you always.
Happy to be with you, Rick. Good to be with you, everybody. Good morning to all who are listening.
Good morning.
Man, listen. There's some things that I think are amusing. There's some things that I think are insane. There's things that I think are concerning. But I had to laugh yesterday, Rick. You all know that in the last week we've heard reports of the CEO from Walmart talking about rolling back their DEI programs. Many of you saw it reported that Walmart gave, I want to say, over $83 million to the Donald Trump campaign, along with other corporations. And then we saw, did you see how Walmart decided to memorialize this position?
How?
By doing commercials with Busta Rhymes and a Love Jones commercial with Nia Long and Lorenz Tate. It's like it's insane. No, there is a commercial that was just released, a Love Jones Walmart commercial. I'm literally talking about soundtrack music, Lorenz Tate and Nia Long at Christmas with an ode to Love Jones. And then a Busta Rhymes themed, like, throwback, looking like a Busta Rhymes video in the aisles of Walmart. Like, you can't make this ish up. And
What's the point?
Well, here's the thing. It's like, when all is said and done, everybody will pimp our culture. And the question is, how do we respond to it? How do we spend our money? Who do we support? How do we move? And I'm not even talking about from an activist perspective. I'm literally just talking about from a financial perspective. Where do we spend our money? How do we spend our money? Who do we spend our money with, and why? When you've got folks that clearly don't have an interest in our community based on how they invest, based on how they move, based on their internal policies, based on how they intend to invest in the culture, but they will at the same time use the culture in order to get dollars. And so it's just like, I was more amused and I thought was funny than I was angry, because it's just like they keep doing the same thing over and over again. And we're the only ones that don't decide to do something different. And so I literally was on the floor laughing like, yo, this is absurd. So on to something more serious, and that is, you know, the Jay-Z allegations that have just come out, and I know that Gary reported on it. I'll be real honest. I was telling a friend last night, I almost feel like I don't have the right to start talking about who I think is innocent or guilty. I wasn't nowhere when nothing happened with nobody. And so I'm very careful to talk about where I think guilt or innocence lies, both from the accused as well as the alleged victim. But I do think that there was something that Jay-Z said in his letter that I thought just made a whole lot of sense to me, and that is, and I quote, "Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that was the case." And he was literally talking about, why would this be a civil lawsuit versus a criminal lawsuit if this was real? And so again, I'm saying this to the attorney, not to the victim or to Jay-Z as the alleged assailant. I'm saying, if this baby was 13 years old and was sexually assaulted by two grown men, why in the hell is this a civil lawsuit and not a criminal one?
Right.
I got a 25-year-old daughter, and if it was any Negro that raped her or assaulted her at 13, I would not be trying to get money from them. I would be trying to see them dead. And if that was the case, I would want to see them under the jail. I would want them to go into jail being known as a child rapist and get dealt with the way child rapists get dealt with. Not, how do I get a check? And so I'm struggling in this moment with even how the legal system moves as it relates to some of these cases, because New York in particular extended the statute of limitations on sexual assault so that cases like this in particular would not be able to not be criminally tried because of an amount of time. So whether you're in New York, where they extended it to 20 years, or whether you're in California, where it's even more interesting about how they've extended time. And I think if you were a minor, you have up until 40 years old to be able to bring a criminal case. Why would this not be a criminal case? And who in the hell is this attorney trying to just get money versus, if this really happened, make sure that the victims don't just pay, but that they pay with their time and their lives. And so that's that frustrates me when I think about if a 13-year-old was really sexually assaulted. Why is money enough?
Hold that thought, Jeff. You want me to bring you on the other side? I can.
No, I'm good, brother.
Okay. Y'all, thank you, Jeff, man. Love you, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out my man, Jeff Johnson, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Finance, wealth, and growth. It's Money Mondays on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 11 minutes after the hour, y'all. While the holiday season is meant to be joyful, it can also bring a share of stress, especially when it comes to finances. So thankfully, we got our money expert here with us, Jini Thornton, to share valuable tips to help you manage your budget and enjoy a stress-free holiday season. Jini, good morning. Now, what up? We happy to have you this morning. Happy Monday to you.
Well, listen, of course, I'm happy to be here to get folks ready for this holiday season. And, Rickey, I know people want to know how to avoid financial stress during this time of year. And really what I'm noticing is people are reaching out to me. Seems like it's all about expectations. People are putting some pretty tough expectations on themselves, with the gift buying and the hosting and the parties and all of the things. And then also family members have high expectations. So I think this is a really good time to kind of push back, see what you can easily manage, and what a great time to pivot so you can have a financially stress-less holiday season.
Hey, Jini, you mentioned the money part. We go crazy trying to stress ourselves out about what kind of gifts we're going to buy, the expenses and all that good stuff. The fun part, how can our listeners who are struggling with their budget find fun things to do no matter where they are and what they're doing?
Rocky, with these kids home, family coming in town, people are like, what am I going to do and how am I going to entertain all these people? It's really a good time to use the Internet. So please feel free to Google in your city free things to do in Dallas, free things to do in Atlanta, free things to do in Detroit, wherever you are. And obviously you can just ask for things to do in your city. Be clear on what your budget is. Please write that down. And then make sure that you are doing things that coincide with what you can easily afford.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Jini, speaking of spending money and trying not to spend a lot of money, shipping gifts. People spend a lot of money on shipping. Are there shipping deadlines that people need to know about?
Absolutely. So if you want to spend the least amount on shipping and guarantee that your gift is going to be there, December 18th should really be the last day. And y'all, look, that's next week. So December 18th, certainly you can ship items past that date, but you're going to pay a whole lot more. So if you're shopping with, the big providers, Amazon and Target and Walmart, just please pay attention to when those arrival dates are. Don't wait till the last minute to order, y'all, so you don't spend all the extra money on shipping.
Me and Special K know two crackheads that got bicycles that can have it there on Christmas Eve.
I sent Rickey a jogging suit to Birmingham. The dude rode it. He got it over there in 12 minutes.
Jini, whatever, crazy. So, Jini, for those of us who have to travel, girl, what are some of the last-minute travel tips that, to help us save money and avoid the stress?
Well, Gary, right now this is a perfect time to use your credit card points or miles if you are on a budget. What a perfect way to get where you want to go and still save some money. Another thing, Gary, that's really important, just like Santa Claus, you want to make that packing list and you want to check it twice. We spend so much money replacing stuff that we already have at home because we're not really intentional about packing. So everybody write out that list, check that list twice, and take everything with you that you need.
Yeah, and what you asked that question for, you'll drive from Atlanta to Arizona and drop somebody off and turn around and drive right back with no rest. Straight through. But what you asked that, I'm going to try because you won't get on no plane.
Nope.
Go ahead, Rita. I'm going to argue with Gary.
Okay, Jini, so a lot of people have unused paid time off, that good old PTO. What advice do you have for them? Does this time roll over, or how should they use it?
It's interesting. It's between 46 to 62% of workers in the U.S. do not use all their paid time off. I don't know what is wrong with these people. So please find out your company's policy. Some companies, if you don't use it, you will lose it. other companies, you can actually get paid for it. So again, depending upon the state that you live in and the company you work for, the rules will vary. And maybe this is your opportunity to de-stress. But I know a lot of folk are like, ooh, I'm going to wait for them kids to go back to school and them family to leave before I take my vacation time.
Gary, we be scared to take off. We scared.
Ricky, I was just going to say that. Ain't that something me and Ricky do not take off?
Boy, you come back, somebody else have your job. They
yes,
come back to your key. We got me and Gary, we talk about this all the time. We got a fear of coming back. We take one damn day off, come back, your key card don't work. You can't get on the elevator.
And I don't know how they do it here. Do they give us, do they pay us for some of it and take some of it? Because, I mean, I give back so much every year, and Ricky do the same. So I'm like, hell, we pay time.
Too. I don't take none of my time.
We don't take them days off.
Ask HR. Y'all better call HR and benefits and see how that PTO works for your company, so y'all not leaving no money on the table.
Yeah, but we're ensemble, too. That's why we don't take off. No, I mean, we're ensemble.
I don't call HR for nothing. I don't want them to start looking at my files.
We be scared. They start looking at your stuff. We be scared. Be scared, Jini.
That's like calling the police.
Calling the police and you got a warrant.
Okay.
Hey, Jini, thank you so much. We're talking to finance expert Jini Thornton. Is there anything else that you would like to say to our listeners and how they can follow you on social media for more financial information and tips?
Yes, y'all have an amazing, safe, happy holiday season. And listen, stay within your budget that works for you and makes you happy. If you have any financial questions, you can always follow me at Jini Thornton. That's JiniThornton. Happy Monday, everybody.
Same to you, Jini. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Rita, Brent, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Rita Brent sitting in for Morial Moore, and here are your news headlines from News1.com. A federal appeals court has upheld a U.S. law requiring TikTok's Chinese parent company to sell the wildly popular app by January 19th or face a ban. TikTok and its supporters argue that the law violated their First Amendment free speech protections, but the three-judge panel did not agree, holding that the government acted solely to protect Americans from a foreign adversary nation. The fight could now head to the U.S. Supreme Court. In other news, the president of Tyler Perry Studios was killed Friday night in Florida when a small plane he was piloting crashed. Steve Minch was 62. Tyler Perry Studios released a statement saying, "We are incredibly saddened by the passing of our dear friend Steve Minch. He was a cherished member of our team for more than 8 years and well beloved in the community of Atlanta. It is hard to imagine not seeing him smiling through the... You saw him? You knew him, Ricky?
Yeah, no, I didn't know him, man. But that's why you just always fly with somebody. I don't know, and I don't fly no single engine plane because one of those engines go out. You got to you trained to fly on the other engine, and that just that's the only thing that scared me about that, man. There's so many isolated incidents like that, and I promise you, something went wrong, as far as the...
well, Ricky, you have piloted experience. I'm curious, are the small planes under the same rules as it pertains to maintenance and things?
They got some planes now that they don't have to, that stay up under 10,000 feet that you could fly around, those Icon planes. But everything else, man, you just got to go get your pilot license and go through everything. But yeah. So that's something. But it don't matter how much training you have. Sometimes you have a bad engine. Sometimes people don't know what to do in case of an emergency while flying a plane or whatever. But you just I'm curious as to what happened, because sometimes people be flying on site and they're not familiar with the instruments. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. I just would like to really know what happened, and I really hate that happen to him.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep them in our prayers. And lastly, the list of most desired Christmas gifts in 2024 has been released, and rounding out that top of the list is money. So clothes and shoes come in second, then gift cards, food and drinks, all that comes after the fact. But folks want money for Christmas. Y'all giving folks money or not?
Well, I hope somebody...
this year. I'm on a fixed income.
Okay, well, just fix it next year.
Good one.
We be living for our little Christmas gift, baby. I know I've been waiting for mine. We be living for our little Christmas gift from RSMS, because I'm sure waiting for it this year.
You're going to be waiting.
I want some red bottoms. All right, I'm Rita Brent. That's what's going on in the news. Good morning, Rock T.
Good morning, Rita. Hey, man, the college football playoffs, they are officially set. First round buys goes to Oregon, Arizona State, Boise State, and Georgia. Now the first round games, Clemson versus Texas, Tennessee versus Ohio State, Indiana will play Notre Dame, and Penn State will play SMU. It went down to the final spot between Alabama and SMU. SMU helped their cause because they came back and almost won the game against Clemson over the weekend for the ACC championship. We all know Alabama had 3 losses. There was a lot of confusion about Alabama's strength of schedule is stronger than SMU's, but SMU's schedule
but you ain't got no business losing against Oklahoma, no damn Vanderbilt.
No, come on, dog. But still, they shouldn't even been in the conversation anyways. I don't even know why Alabama was even in the conversation. Like, Miami.
And then if you can't beat Vanderbilt and Oklahoma, who you going to beat in the bracket?
That's what I'm trying to say, dog.
No, I'm a biggest Alabama fan in the world, but I'm also real. Stop it.
Come on, dog. It is what it is. SMU got the nod, and they deserved it, so I can't wait to get this
But I tell you what, I'm going
started.
to say one more thing. If Nick Saban would have had the same roster that they have now, they would have probably only lost 1 game.
Oh, yeah. If Nick Saban coaching, of course.
Probably the only loss would have been Tennessee, probably.
I agree.
That.
I can't disagree with that one. I can't disagree with that one. Kansas City Chiefs, man, they clinched the AFC West last night after beating the L.A. Chargers with the game-winning field goal. They just find ways to win these ugly games like crazy. Chris Paul III passes Jason Kidd for number 2 on the NBA's all-time assist list. He got a little emotional with his teammates.
I can't say nothing but thank you, man. Seriously. I swear, man, I'm so grateful. You know what I mean? To be away from my family, y'all became my family. I know I'm a lot to deal with on the court, man, but I just love the hoop, and I hope that y'all get this opportunity to play as long as I have.
Yes, sir.
Rob, we got to add that to our collection. We got Terrell Owens, we got Chris Paul, we got who else? Who else, Super Dave? We got on that. We're going to play them all one day.
Yeah, all of them, dog.
We
Yes,
got
sir.
me on here
My
crying.
The crying
quarterback, man. Yeah,
Chris
we're
Paul.
going to play them all. And we're going to play mine, too, so don't get mad. I cried on the radio, too, and my voice started trembling.
Come on, dog. So
Yeah, but it takes a real man to be talking. Your voice started trembling. You know what I'm saying? We feel what we feel. You hear me?
Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. Getting a little emotional, man. Hey, follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. We got the hot spot right.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Wait a minute, I just realized what you said. Did you just call that the goat throat?
It's the goat throat. With the bag. You've been passing the ball all my life.
He's been officially inducted into the Crying Hall of Fame.
No, what we gonna name
The
it?
Goat Throat Brigade. The Goat Throat Brigade. GBB.
The GBG Hall of Fame. The goat throat. All right, y'all, sit there for Brent with the hot spot. We got to what it on. Rita, Brent. What up, Rita?
Good morning. And here's what's happening in the hot spot. Comedian Andrew Schultz and his podcast host Akash responded to Kendrick Lamar's new album lyrics about protecting black women. The lyrics said, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black women. That's law." And Schultz clapped back by challenging Kendrick's past defense of Chris Brown and R. Kelly on his resume. Let's check out what Andrew Schultz had to say.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Are you saying that Kendrick Lamar put it on wax that he is protecting black women from white comedians' jokes, but not the kidnapping, molestation, and rape?
Oh, yeah.
Of R. Kelly? And actually, in reality, he would take his own music off Spotify to protect R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Someone who's kidnapped,
A sexual
molested,
predator, yeah.
and black women?
Oof, children.
Are you saying that he's done songs with other men who have potentially put hands on black
Not
women?
potentially, confirm.
Oh, wow.
Ugh.
It's hard for me to
This is
criticize
dangerous.
other comedians, but in this case with Andrew Schultz, I'm just gonna say you don't have enough real estate in the black community to speak on our culture like that. Like, you need to sit this one out, bro. Like, for real.
Yeah, this is dangerous.
Because
and first of all, Kendrick didn't even say his name.
Yeah, and he said some really hard. He said some things about what he would do to Kendrick Lamar if they were in a one-on-one situation. That
Yep.
we don't. black men, we don't joke like that. Look up buck
sexual
breaking.
in nature.
Yeah, look up buck breaking. And we don't joke like that. It's not cool. You ain't been to no cookouts. I'm trying to say what I'm saying without saying. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been to no cookouts to talk like that. Right. Don't speak on us like that because you ain't want us.
Yeah, too comfortable.
Yeah, don't get too comfortable,
That's
bro.
it.
Too familiar.
Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
Yep. And so he said now Kendrick Lamar fans are threatening to kill Andrew Schultz and his kids over those comments about Kendrick Lamar. So, yeah, we'll keep y'all updated on that. But that's all I got for the hot spot. Coming up next, Dwight Stone has the praise mixed down next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is Marc Morial, and this is the State of Black America on the Rick Smiley Morning Show. Now, you may think that COVID is over, but 43,000 Americans have died from COVID-19 in 2024 alone. Let me repeat that again. 43,000 Americans have died from COVID-19 in 2024 alone. And those who are not vaccinated are 11 times more likely to end up in the hospital. The best way to avoid this is to receive an updated COVID-19 vaccine. Now, I know you hear rhetoric, even from people who've been nominated by President Trump to lead our health agency, that's an anti-vaccine. Don't fall for the okey-doke, Black America. Don't fall for the hype. Don't believe that COVID is over or that it is nothing but a cold. You can go to the hospital and you can die. If you get COVID, you can infect your friends, your family, and your loved ones. Enough said. We must be about self-care and self-love. Second, I want to thank the faculty, the student body, and the president of the great Florida A&M University, where I'll be on Saturday for their winter commencement. I'm excited to be a keynote speaker, and I want to congratulate in advance the entire Florida A&M University community and those who will graduate on Saturday. I'll see you in Tallahassee. And then finally, let's talk about the economy and let's talk about the numbers. As Joe Biden leaves office, he will leave an economy to Donald Trump that has low unemployment, a strong stock market and investment community, lower black unemployment than the day he took office, and an overall economy that is stronger, not perfect, that still has incredible challenges. It's expensive. The rent is too high. The mortgages are too high. It is challenging and difficult, but 4 years ago, 15 million Americans were out of work. 4 years ago, we were in the middle of 1 million Americans dying from COVID. The economy is simply better off today than it was 4 years ago. Again, there's a lot of hype, talking heads who want to convince you otherwise. What does this mean? Going forward, we're going to have to fight to make sure that Main Street America, you and I, Black America, those who've been historically locked out and left out, do have a voice and a seat at the table as the new administration's economic policies evolve. More on this to come. But we are not only watching, but we're also going to be advancing our own ideas, our own thoughts about taxes and investments in the community. It's going to be a hard fight, but it's going to be a fight we must wage. Once again, this is Marc Morial. This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and I'm bringing you the state of Black America. This is only one black man's opinion. What's yours? I'll see you next week on the radio. Follow me across all social media channels. That's on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.